Hi foodies, it's your girl Jareen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sharing with you some delicious barbecue ribs today. I made this the other day for dinner with this lovely mac and cheese and coleslaw. But the star of the show right now is the ribs. So I'm gonna show you how I season it and how I make this in the oven. Alright, stick around. Alright guys, so I have a rack of ribs here, and this was rinsed in some cool water and lemon juice. I am going to take off this membrane at the back. It's pretty easy to take off. Once you flip it over, you'll see that little section there, and you can use your knife to start and then just pull it off. Really simple. So take that off, and then we will go into seasoning the ribs. Now I'm aware that some people actually boil ribs, but today we are going to be just baking it, just one step. All right, so I'm just going to put it on the sheet, and you can just season the ribs on the sheet and then leave it in the fridge overnight to marinate, and then the next day all you have to do is take the baking sheet out the fridge. All right, so we're mixing some brown sugar with a combination of seasonings. I like to call it my barbecue seasoning because it just goes perfectly well with chicken or pork or whatever I'm barbecuing. So you just want to brush the ribs with some olive oil, and then we're going to add the seasoning. So press all of this really fragrant seasoning into the baby back ribs. So rub it in, press it in every nook and cranny. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover this, and what I do is I just take 2 sheets of foil wrap and I just fold these edges here just to create one big sheet, and then I put it over the ribs. I do lift this slightly just so it's not sitting on top of the ribs. Now it's time to make this delicious barbecue sauce. So this is basically similar to the barbecue sauces you've seen me make on my channel. The only difference is I'm using strawberry flavors. So a lot of the sweeteners that I would add, it's gonna be strawberry flavored instead of just honey or instead of just sugar. Okay, so after the first bake, we're gonna take the foil off because we want to start layering that sauce on the outside of the ribs. So we flip it over and we're gonna baste it. You can use a spoon and just get the sauce on there and then brush it after, or you can dip your brush in the sauce, whatever you prefer. So even though I will be using a brush to apply the sauce, you'll notice that I'm not just doing that paintbrush motion. I'm going to be doing some tapping with the brush. The reason is, if you just do those wiping, that wipe motion that you do with the brush when you're painting, if you do that alone, then you tend to wipe off some of the sauce that you've already applied. Alright foodies, so we're going to put this in the oven. However, we're going to take it out every 15 minutes or so just to baste it. You want to give it lots of love. Just keep applying that sauce. And then for the last part, you turn on the broiler to get it nice and sticky and caramelized. Look at that. It's so nice and sticky. The color is perfect. Some of the edges are a little bit chewy. And then you have that nice sweet sauce. Oh my gosh, guys, you're gonna love this. So good. And we didn't have to boil it. And it's perfectly cooked. Okay, now it's time to cut up this beautiful rack of ribs. So I do like to cut it this way. Some people flip it on the other side, but I don't want to lose any of this delicious, scrumptious sauce on the cutting board. So I prefer to cut it that side up. So it's really tasty, cut up in pieces, so it's very easy to just grab as many as you want. So good, guys. So guys, here's a look at my dinner that I had. So I had the barbecue ribs, the baked mac and cheese, and some creamy coleslaw. I'll leave some links in the description for you guys. And of course, when I have ribs, usually I'd make cornbread. So I'll leave the link in the description for you too. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you next time.